is there really a kind of a point where he really does need to stop that? And if he wants to be seen as a potential deputy prime minister, he's got to present himself as something more serious, because at the moment he does remind me a bit of Mr. Tumble, I think his name is, the children's comedy character. And that's who, I'm sorry, but that's who he reminds me at the moment of, a children's comedy character. What does he want to be, that or a serious politician?
Well, look, and of course the fact is that he has been a cabinet minister, Secretary of State for climate and energy and all the rest of that during the current. Well, I mean, whatever you think of that, I mean, the fact is he has held cabinet rank office. But look, I'll be honest with you, Chris. I quite often roll my eyes when I see what he's doing. But equally, even with 72 MPs, and part of me thinks this is disgraceful, because I think that we should basically be on every political panel now, pretty much on every TV political broadcast, and I think it's disgraceful actually that we're not. We still have to fight to get coverage, and one of the ways that we do that, and that Ed is doing that, is by occasionally doing these things which you wouldn't necessarily expect a political party leader to do. Now, whether the public ends up getting a bit sick of that, we'll see. But at the moment, I think I think people quite like it, and so we'll see what happens. What we really need those 72 MPs to do, though, Chris, is to, and Lib Dems are usually pretty good at this, is that when they win seats, they really embed themselves in those seats, and they become, and I know people may get sick of hearing this phrase as well, but they become great local community champions, and are really seen out and about in their communities, and are easily contactable and hold surgeries and all the rest of it. And that is what we need them to do, because especially if Labour continue to be unpopular, because I think it's true to say that quite often the Lib Dems are popular when Labour are also popular. It's almost as if there's permission to vote for the Lib Dems. What we need to have is a situation that if Labour continue to go down the plug hole, that obviously we still want to be in a position where we can not only retain our 72 MPs but grow our parliamentary force. And I think the only way that is going to happen is if people say, well, actually, regardless of what's going on with the government and how unpopular they are, our local MP has been a good, decent local MP, and we're going to continue to back that person.